Whenever you feed birds, you will often attract some species you might not want to have at your feeders. I've come up with a list of 5 birds most people try to discourage from feeding, and the main point of this video is with each bird that I list, I'm also going to give you some solutions for deterring these birds. Common grackle. Few bird watchers like grackles at their feeders for several reasons. Grackles are large birds and often bully other birds from the feeders. As part of the blackbird family, they are often found in flocks, which means they can take over a feeder for some time. Common grackles are native to the United States, and you can discourage them by using a feeder designed for smaller birds. These feeders are designed to only let the smaller birds, like goldfinches and chickadees, access the seeds, while it keeps larger birds, like grackles and starlings, out. I'll have some linked in the video description below, so make sure you check those out. You can also try using sunflower seeds and safflower seeds because both of these have thick, hard shells which are more difficult for blackbirds and grackles to open. House sparrow. The house sparrow is native to Europe and Asia and was introduced to North America several hundred years ago. They have quickly spread and are most commonly found in an urban setting. These birds often compete with nest boxes for native species like eastern bluebirds. These invasives can also be found in flocks. While they are sort of pretty, most birders don't enjoy them at their bird feeder because they compete for nesting spots with native species. Currently, in the United States, if a house sparrow starts making a nest in your bluebird house, you are allowed to remove it since these invasives are not protected by the Migratory Birds Treaty Act of 1918. Before you do though, make sure you check your state and local laws as these may vary. You also must be 100% sure it is a house sparrow nest, as removal of any native species nest is illegal. If you have any questions about this, make sure you put those in the comments below and I can give you some resources. Before I move on to number 3, if this video has been helpful for you so far, please click the like button. I use likes to measure how well I am serving you in my videos, so thank you for doing that. European starling. European starlings are native to Europe and Asia and have since been introduced to North America. Starlings also compete for nesting sites with natives such as woodpeckers. European starlings are a fairly large feeder bird and can chase off some smaller species. Birders typically try to discourage starlings from feeding because of these reasons. Sometimes switching to thistle seed will discourage starlings. If they still persist, you may have to remove your feeders for several weeks. Northern mockingbird. Mockingbirds can occasionally take over a feeder and not let any other birds visit. Mockingbirds are not common at feeders as they prefer insects, but I've had this happen before, and the best thing to do is to set up a second feeder out of sight from the first one. The mockingbird I had guarding my feeder was a juvenile, and it left after several weeks. Cooper's hawk. No one likes to have hawks at their bird feeders, and the Cooper's hawk is especially notorious for raiding feeders. Sharp-shinned hawks and American kestrels will stake out feeders as well. It's not all bad though, as these predators will take care of any mice problems your feeders may attract. The best solution for discouraging these raptors is usually to take down your feeders for a few days and then put them right back up. You can also add some cover such as bushes and small trees for added protection. So there are 5 birds most people don't like at their bird feeder, and if you have more, make sure you put those in the comments below.